Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to some more Avowed today. I am standing here in Paradise. I think ready to go in and speak to the ambassador. Put this off long enough, but the time has come. And then my friend Kai here also wants to have a conversation. And I hit level 8 yesterday towards the end of my playthrough, so I have some stat decisions to make once again. But before we do that, let's just track this so that that's not weird. Let's go see what the ambassador has to say. Hello, gentlemen.
You died? But you're here. Gods, am I glad to see you.
Oh, this is... Garrick, this is who we knew at the very beginning. Oh, I'm so excited to see him again.
I'll keep trying. But there's not much to be done for Fort Northreach.
Oh, look at all the things to read in here. Okay. Hello? Tissig.
Envoy, hello. I'm glad to see you on your feet.
Oh, thank you.
Kai. Tej. I'm surprised they let you in here.
I'm surprised you're still gainfully employed.
Oh, okay. So something clearly has happened between the two of you.
It's nothing like that. You run into all sorts of characters around here, is all. Some more polite than others. I didn't mean anything by it, Envoy. He's just curious company for you to keep.
Hey, somebody has to have the envoys back, because you all sure didn't.
No one expected the Envoy to get assassinated.
Exactly. Amateurs.
I think there's more to the story here.
Well,
Kai?
come on, it's funny. Tej caused a ruckus last time he was slumming it at the Ballarrock.
Oh?
You were trying to kill a man, if I remember right. I had to put you outside.
You threw me into the canal.
You lived.
That water's filthy. I had the runs for 3 days.
Gods, Tej. The envoy doesn't need to know that.
No, I really did. I really did. I like that I can bond with the man over this. Yeah, let's skip that. Did you really try to kill someone?
The fellow cheated me. I couldn't let that slide. Or he'd think we were all marks.
It was over a dice game, right? Tej here has a gambling problem.
Ah.
Great. Let's air all my troubles. Is there anything else?
The bartender sleeping with your girlfriend.
You're lying.
You sure about that?
We'll talk about this later.
I'm not breaking up with her for you. Just so we're clear.
That's more than enough. Thank you. Was there anything I could help you with, Envoy?
I mean, now I just want to go out for beverages with you all. Should I egg him on? Come on, you're not going to stand up to Kai?
The 7-foot-tall Almawa with biceps the size of my head? No, I am not.
Flatterer. You know I'm barely over 6.5.
All right, how about you answer some questions for me?
Naturally, Mom. How can I help you?
Okay, what shall we ask? Oh, that would be weird to lead with the Watcher experience. Let's ask this. The Emperor didn't have time to brief me on the Living Lands. What do I need to know?
There's a lot of ground to cover. Could you be more specific?
Oh, I wanted to be vague on purpose. All right, how do the Living Lands and Adir compare on a map?
Ah, the age-old question. Who's bigger? Adir is, naturally, by a wide margin. And were we at the Cartographers Guild in High Crown, I could show you on one of the globes. As it is, we must make do in the theater of our minds.
Yes, where are we?
The Living Lands are located in the far north of Eora. Adir is southwest of the Living Lands, situated along the equator.
West. Okay. Tell me about the weather.
The Living Lands are more arid than Adir, and the island is more prone to storms. But its many deep valleys protect the various townships from the worst of the weather. Topographically speaking, the Living Lands are a place of extremes. Deep inland, mountains rise high enough to rival those of the White March, blanketed year-round in snow. While east of the volcano of Mount Forja is an acid sea that sinks far below the level of the ocean. The lands between them are riven with deep clefts in the earth and isolated by wastelands of sun-baked sand dunes.
Oh, wow, that's actually very interesting to know because it hasn't seemed more well, I've never been to Adir, so I don't know, but Adir must be near the equator. Jungly?
I'll share what I can.
Let's ask him who's in charge.
There is no singular authority in the Living Lands.
Not yet, anyway.
I shudder to think what the Living Lands would look like under your rule.
Well, to start, there'd be a lot more brothels.
Charming. Power is invested in the leaders of the various townships scattered across the island. The largest are Fjord, Thirdborn, and Solace, none of which, I will note, are as safe and orderly as Paradise.
All right, what should I know about Fjord? I know it's full of animancers.
Fjord Messaverno is located in a valley known locally as the Emerald Stair, named for the terraced rice paddies that cover its hillsides. It is our closest neighbor. The city, if you can call it that, was founded 50 years ago by animancers from the Valian Republics. Apparently, the laws governing animancy weren't lenient enough in the Republics. So the city's founders came to the Living Lands, where they could practice their discipline more freely. Currently, Fjord is governed by a man named Ignacy Vidaro. Rather inept to hear the ambassador talk about him. Fjord's farmers supply most of the grain and vegetables we eat here in Paradise. Or it did. Their shipments have been infrequent lately. Something about a blight in the fields. In any event, I believe that covers Fjord.
I'm so excited to go there. Oh, this is true. I don't know much about the Valian Republics.
The Valian Republics are a collection of city-states in the Eastern Reach, southeast of our former colony, the Deerwood. The Republics began life as colonies of the Grand Empire of Valia, hence the name. But as Grand Valia's economy collapsed, well, the colony saw an opportunity to escape the influence of the Empire of Origin, and they seceded, much as the Deerwood did from Adir. Now a mature confederation in their own right, the Republics have recently indulged their own expansionist ambitions in the Deadfire Archipelago. Through their merchants in the Valian Trading Company, the Republics will sell you anything you could ever wish to buy.
Yes.
Up to and including people.
Oh.
We should count ourselves lucky
didn't
to
know
have had
that.
no interest in the Living Lands. In a struggle between our Emperor and the Republic's great dukes, well, I doubt we would come out on top. But if anyone asks, I was not the one who told you that.
Interesting. All right. Tell me about Thirdborn.
Everything you need to know about Thirdborn is in its name. It was founded by the third-born children of Rawatai, Navy dropouts, smugglers, and hands for hire. Almawa and Orleans, mostly.
Home, sweet home.
You're free to go back any time you like.
I like my current circumstances just fine, thanks.
They are a people, in short, who couldn't cut it in the civilized world and had to make room on the margins. Unfortunately, they are currently besieged by the Dream Scourge. We have sent some troops to lend what help we can, and their mayor, Temerity, was appropriately grateful, but I don't know how long they'll hold out.
Temerity. I don't know that I've heard about Temerity. Why does this not want to scroll down? No nonsense, much beleaguered current leader of Thirdborn. Okay. I think... Oh, that's the name of the volcano. think I'm caught up. I'm getting to know the place. Okay. Ooh, I could stand to know more about Rawatai. I mean, Kai's told me a lot, but...
Rawatai is one of the old empires, every bit as storied as Grand Valia or our native Adir. If Adir is to the southwest of the Living Lands, Rawatai is to the southeast. And unlike our home, their small continent is racked by terrible storms. This is due, or rather, was due, to the island's proximity to Andra's mortar, the unending super hurricane that once hid the ancient city of Ukaizo. Rawatai is largely peopled by Aumaua, descended from those who fled the Deadfire Archipelago centuries ago, when Andra pulled the moon, Ioni Brather, into the sea. They are an aggressive, militant culture, and personally I find their obsession with gunpowder rather quaint. They are also our chief rivals on the world stage.
I don't think they see it that way.
No?
Well, as far as Navy brass is concerned, Adir doesn't really rate.
Now you're just making things up.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but we don't think about you at all.
Okay, I cannot let this slide. Did he just say Andra pulled... Okay, we know Andra, the goddess of oceans. There's a whole temple to her in town. But she pulled a moon in? Ioni Brather was a small moon that collided with Eora thousands of years ago. Myths tell of the goddess Andra pulling the moon into her watery embrace. Fragments of Ioni Brather... Oh, I guess... Did I find a fragment, maybe? Because now that does sound familiar. Okay, interesting. All right, what can you tell me about Solus?
Solace is...
Solus.
What is there to say, really?
Yeah, they tend to have that effect on people.
The trouble is, I don't know much about Solace.
Huh.
Nobody does.
Really?
They are an isolationist community of Pargrunan dwarves
Oh,
who live
right,
in the
the
forbidding
dwarves.
ways of Galawain's tusks.
Okay.
They don't let outsiders into their lands, and they don't let their people out of them.
Okay.
Some folks get out from time to time, but they can't ever go back. And the ones who survive aren't eager to talk about their experiences.
People aside, the land itself is incredibly hostile. The island's volcano, Mount Forja, rests at the heart of the region, and it's recently become active. Half the land is lava rock, and the other half is, well, literally lava. I don't know why anyone lives there. I have to assume they're all insane.
You have no idea.
Huh. Can you tell me anything more about the Pargrunan dwarves?
Naturally. The Pargrunan are a unique community of mountain dwarves originating in Old Valia. As a people, they've made their name as explorers, builders, miners. No doubt you've seen their ruins in your travels, here, back home in Adir, and all across the world. They maintain a rich tradition of oral storytelling, chanted magics, and ritual carving, which they take great pains to record and transmit across their various communities. Even the most physically isolated Pargrun is not alone. Somewhere, one of their people is thinking of them and planning an expedition. Abidan must cherish them.
You sound like you admire them.
I suppose I do.
Huh. Remind me about Abidan. Oh, right. Golems, machines, and industry. Of course. Oh, I'm excited to meet them as well.
Of course.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean, I've spent a lot of time here in Paradise, but let's
What would you like
see
to
what
know?
he has to say. When was the city founded?
If you're looking for a particular year, the first thing you should know about Paradise is that this isn't the kind of place where the locals keep records. And though it might be considered a distant backwater by the rest of the world, this city is the height of civilization by the standards of the Living Lands. As for who calls this place home, I suspect you could find a criminal, confidence man, or prophet from every civilization in the world here.
Hey, come on. You're gonna give the envoy the wrong idea. We've got draft dodgers, courtesans, and revolutionaries, too. You know, all the fun people.
In any event, as far as I can tell, Paradise has been this way since its inception. Thus the eclectic display of architectural styles. If nothing else, this city is a reflection of the countless people who have passed through it on their way to the interior.
And what are Adir's intentions?
Depends on who you ask. Ambassador Heelgard will tell you that our remit here is to establish a secure and orderly environment from which to engage in trade. Inquisitor Ludwin will tell you we're here to break the frontier.
So, which is it?
Why not both?
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything about the Dream Scourge.
That's where you come in. Whether you find your desires aligning with the ambassadors or the inquisitors, neither can succeed until the Dream Scourge is ended. We are only beginning to see its effects here in Dawnshore, but the closer to the center of the island you go, the worse it gets.
Oh.
That bear you and the ambassador encountered in the Strangle Route isn't even the worst of it. And the tide of this soul plague is rising higher every day.
All right. How do the Paradisans feel about us? I mean, we know
Look,
badly most of
For
them.
all that I complain about this backwater, there are good people here. Same as anywhere else. People who want to be able to walk to the market in the morning for their bread and eggs and know they won't be mugged. People who like it when the mail comes on time, and their skates are made from real copper, and their neighborhood peeping Tom ends up in the stocks. Those people, good and honest people, who pay their debts and honor their contracts and remember to thank the gods, they like us a lot.
And tell me about the people who tried to kill me?
The Resistance, as such, are largely a group of misfits and criminals intent on undermining the rule of law. They take out loans with small Adiran banking houses and do not pay them, then assault the bankers who attempt to collect. They agree to contracts with families in Adir seeking homes, and when their ships arrive, promptly abandon them. When we levy a small tax to fund the repair of city roads, they set our counting house on fire. And when our fishermen return to port, they board their ships and sink them.
That's certainly one way to characterize them. It's not exactly wrong, but it's not exactly right either.
For decades, people like them ruled this city through fear. We imposed order, and now they oppose us. You, unfortunately, were caught in the crossfire.
You were doing so well, buddy, but that was a bit biased. Let's see what else
By
I
all
can
means,
ask him. Oh, yes. Tell me about Inquisitor Ludwin.
consider yourself lucky. Inquisitor Ludwin is the commander of the Steel Garrote in Paradise. Were you to ask her, she'd say she keeps the peace. But she doesn't keep it so much as prosecute it, as ruthlessly as the ambassador will let her. She's also a veteran of the Steel Garrote's campaign in the Deathfire, where she died.
She's a Death Guard. Well, that explains a lot.
I don't know what happened to her there, but I suppose Wodica wasn't done with her yet.
What's a Death Guard? Death Guards are strong-willed individuals who refuse to die. They cling to life by maintaining a deep connection to some unresolved personal crusade, often tied to their faith. Rare and terrifying, Death Guards are some of Eora's most brutal and uncompromising villains. Well, so straightforward, I guess. Okay. Wow. What was Ludwin like before she became a Death Guard?
I only met her once. She was a mid-level member of the Steel Garrote then, chasing Oathbreakers who'd fled Adiran law. She'd come back to the Imperial Archives to borrow a map to a place called Oathbinder's Sanctum. I remember she was furious because the map was quite poor. She worried about finding the place, about properly executing her duty to her god. She wanted, I think, to do a good job. So, while clearly she has changed, in some sense, I'd say she's much the same.
I've never encountered an actual Death Guard.
Death Guards are surpassingly rare. Some of the secretaries who traveled with our dignitaries in the Deathfire spoke of one named Iser, a devotee of Berith, who guards the hanging sepulchres there. but I've heard of no others except those I've read about in the histories, or, as you say, in stories. They are people, most often paladins or priests, so devoted to a cause that they simply refuse to pass on to the wheel when they die. Their soul haunts their body. The passion required to sustain them devours their flesh, and they swiftly turn to bone. I've never read a history nor tale of a death guard that did not end with them going quite mad. When they lose their capacity to care for anything but their cause, they cannot love. And when they cannot love, they cannot be merciful. And so everything before them becomes only an obstacle.
So she's a skeleton. Oh my goodness. What do you know about the steel garrote?
Think upon your promises and die. That's the litany of the steel garrote, usually said right before they kill you. They're an order of paladins born and bred in Adir, though clearly they've found plenty of work beyond our borders. Their remit is simple but comprehensive. They punish all who break their oaths. In practice, that has historically meant contracts. One lord or merchant will hire the steel garrote to bring a duplicitous rival to justice.
Fun bunch. What are they doing in Paradise?
Since the events in the Deadfire, the operations have expanded. The steel garrote has always been associated with Wodika. Now they are explicitly her order. And they go wherever Wodika's priests, or Wodika herself, believes there is a need for them to go. The Living Lands are a dangerous, lawless frontier in sore need of order. Thus, they are here. Or so the steel garrote say.
Yeah, based on the memory from that totem, it would make sense if they're actually here because of whatever the animosity is between the Audra, the source, right? We learned there was a source of essence here, and Hylia and Wodika were discussing how much of a threat that could be. So now that was implied that it was in the past, right? But that would make sense if they're here doing way more than playing politics. Or rather, playing politics for the gods. Interesting. Okay, Wodika, goddess of vengeance. Ludwin's chosen a challenging patron.
Do you think so? I've always found her inflexibility comforting.
Have you?
Wodika's edicts are clear. If you obey her laws, pursue justice, punish the guilty, and give fealty to the Emperor, then you have pleased her, and I aim to please. But Wodika does not trust. She demands that you declare yourself for her again and again. Her every request is a test, and her every test is an opportunity to disappoint her. I appreciate a god who makes you work for their grace. I don't want anything given to me for free.
Interesting.
I'm an open book.
Uh-huh. I met with a watcher. It was a strange experience. I'd like to know more about them.
Oh, I hope it wasn't that charlatan in Hightown.
Yeah, I talked to
She's
her
an
too.
absolute menace. That the militia puts up with her is a testament to how unfit they are to run this city.
Right. Yeah, I met that watcher too, but I met Runid in East Dawnshore.
Ah, Runid. A remarkable woman. She is the genuine article. A real watcher.
Andra's depths. Are you in love with her?
Kai!
Don't worry, Teach. I won't tell your girlfriend. Your secret's safe with me.
You are a menace. Someone should lock you up.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Ugh. Anyway, watchers are individuals capable of perceiving souls. The soul may be in a living body, or it may simply be lingering, waiting to pass into the in-between. In either case, interacting with a soul allows a watcher to glimpse a person's past lives or their most deeply buried memories. Watchers are incredibly rare, and in Adir, highly controlled. Many people wish to know who they were in a previous life, and do not like what they learn.
Highly controlled? What happens to them in Adir?
The smart ones stay hidden. They do not announce their powers, perhaps not even to themselves. Even a careful watcher risks inadvertently revealing themselves by knowing something they shouldn't know. Of the ones that are public, little is concretely known. But we hear things. They make good judges in Wurka's courts, so long as they're controlled. The lords, it's rumored, buy and sell them to collect blackmail on their enemies. But I suspect many watchers are imprisoned or executed, or simply kill themselves.
Oh, man. I mean, are they actually dangerous? They don't sound
A watcher
dangerous.
doesn't need your cooperation or consent to read your soul.
Oh.
They could learn everything about you, terribly damaging things about your parentage, for example, or things you did in a past life, without you ever knowing. You see how this could threaten the established order, undermine our betters' right to rule.
Yeah, but that's just one side to it. Imagine how a watcher feels, knowing what a threat they are to the status quo. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be keen on kings and emperors wanting me dead. Sounds like a lot of hassle.
Don't sell yourself short, Kai. I don't doubt you're an expert in people wanting you dead.
You're not wrong.
I rarely am, in any case. The Watcher is fundamentally a tragic figure. Of the few that survive our world, most are destined to go mad.
Oh, this is an interesting question. Can I just become one?
Yes and no. So far as I understand it, a Watcher is born a Watcher. But it takes an event, often something shocking or traumatic, to bring a Watcher's powers to the fore. So you may be a Watcher, or I may be, or Kai, and we might not even know.
Huh. Are there famous Watchers I should know about?
Well, the Watcher of Cadnua is legendary. It was their castle Aethys destroyed when he began his campaign of terror in the Dead Fire.
Oh.
By the Queen, I hope I get to meet them someday. In terms of local interest, you'll have heard of Runed, of course. And there was Ida. You may not know about her. She was a Watcher from the Living Lands. I believe she was an Orlan. She must have died, 150 years ago. Slain by a great serpent, gods treat kindly with her soul. Doubtless there are others, but most don't meet a good end.
I wonder if Ida is going to be relevant. Yeah, you do know quite a lot about Watchers. Hold on, though. What was it that I wanted to... Oh, Cadnua. A dear wooden castle built over a deep labyrinthine ruin. The castle was destroyed under strange circumstances in the year 2828 AI. Orlans. Oh, these are the folks with the fuzzy faces and the ears. Okay. Orlans. The in-between I know. Is there more on Ida? No. All right, sir. You know quite a lot about Watchers for a secretary.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
The envoy is right. You're basically a Watcher encyclopedia.
Why should a secretary be limited to knowledge of filing systems and how the ambassador takes his tea? I was a boy once. Watchers were a special interest of mine when I was young.
He sounds defensive to me. Does he sound defensive to you, envoy?
Very defensive.
I am not a Watcher.
Exactly what a Watcher would say.
Both of you, please, your fun puts me at tremendous risk. This isn't a subject the Inquisitor takes lightly.
All right, all right. I know you're not a Watcher, Teach. You'd be better at dice.
Apology accepted.
Wow, interesting.
Of course.
Yes, what is the ambassador really like?
Well, you'll notice I'm nearly always here. If that man sleeps, I don't know about it.
That's funny.
He wouldn't say, but I believe he relied on the Claviger far more than he lets on. And without the Claviger's steady hand at the rudder, the ambassador's struggling just to bail water from the sinking ship that is Paradise.
Claviger Aemon might have tolerated a little more chaos than the ambassador liked, but he kept this place humming. He's not someone you can easily replace, and not with one man alone.
It's a difficult job. The pressure sometimes gets the better of him. But if he loses his temper now and then, I can't blame him for it. Better him than me.
What's he like when he's not working?
He doesn't know what to do with himself. You know, in our first days here, he'd often walk to the end of the docks at sunrise. The work was done, the embassy was closed, and he'd still be wearing the same clothes he'd slept in at his desk. And he'd just stare out over the sea. He always seemed dissatisfied back then. I suppose, years later, he still does.
You don't want his job?
Oh, be serious. Most of us here didn't get sent to the frontier because we were anybody's favorite. The longer I'm here, the more likely the people who matter are to forget me. And I'd actually like to get back to High Crown someday. Get married, have a few kids, take the civil exams, and settle into a permanent clerkship.
I guess there are worse ways to spend a life.
Like rotting in this embassy. By all means.
Okay.
Should you ever need me, I will be here. Safe travels, Envoy.
Thank you. He had all kinds of things to tell me. That's great. Okay, what is this? Oh, the Cartographers Guild. Long has the renowned Cartographers Guild served the emperors and queens of Adir. It is we who are responsible for the creation and distribution of the many maps throughout the Empire. Whether to direct travelers throughout the expanse that is Adir, guide ship captains on their voyages, or simply adorn the walls of an aristocrat's home, one can rest assured that the Cartographers Guild is behind the creation of every one of these works of art. For over 2 centuries, since the Noble Expedition Corps discovered the Eastern Reach, we have worked and labored to keep all of the Empire and her colonies supplied with accurate, high-quality maps. God's willing, we will continue to do so for centuries yet to come. Nothing posted on the board, it looks like. What's over here? Oh, Adir Customs. A country rich with customs, known for their strict adherence to them. Their customs run the gamut from grand celebrations, like the Feast of Feasts, to mundane superstitions, such as ways to avoid Svef addiction. This volume will focus primarily on bigger celebrations, as no one knows how to throw an extravagant party quite like the Adiran. The Feast of Feasts. The biggest and most important of all Adiran customs is the Feast of Feasts. This week-long celebration happens the first week of Fenestu, or Deep Summer, and is dedicated to honoring the life of the first Fyrkonig. Each day of the week is devoted to some aspect of the Fyrkonig's life, and there are very specific dishes to be served at each meal. The Feast of Feasts originally began as a festival celebrating the birth of the Fyrkonig's first son, and soon became a yearly occurrence during the week of his birthday. Currently, Adirans simply use it as an excuse for a party and pull out all the stops in an effort to outdo the previous year. Unless you wonder, as I did, which Fyrkonig is honored during the Feast of Feasts, it is always the current Fyrkonig, for each Fyrkonig is the first and only. Huh. Okay, so someone in charge. A special custom that arose at some point during the Feast of Feasts, Sweet Treat, started as a way to keep children occupied so the parents could dine in peace. While it is still used for that today, significance has been added to it. Each treat is placed in a container, usually small metal boxes, and hidden somewhere on the property. After everything has been hidden, the children are sent out to find the treasures. It is said now that the hidden treats represent Glanfathan artifacts, and the children are the explorers, bringing the riches back to their new and rightful owners. When the original colonists for Adir traveled to the new land to found the Deerwood in the name of the Adiran Fyrkonig, they encountered the Glanfathan people. The Carnival of the Mask celebrates this meeting. Originally, it was merely a formal reenactment, as a play of the tensions between the Glanfathans and the Adiran settlers, but it has since evolved into much more than that. Participants choose sides and come dressed in elaborate outfits depicting which group they have decided to align themselves with, Adirans or Glanfathans. Everyone attends a masquerade ball, and this party replaces any semblance of the play that was presented. Winter's End was never anything more than an excuse for a celebration, and it hasn't changed in all the years it has existed in Adir. It takes place during winter dusk and lasts all 3 days. People use the time to reflect on the year, celebrate their lives, and remember the dead, especially those who have passed in the recent year. You know, it seems mundane, but it's actually really nice to get caught up on some of these Adiran the Adiran customs, since that's where I've grown up. Ambassador Heelgard. I have maintained order in Paradise for many years. I know this city. When there is a good leader and fair policy, there is peace. But you have allowed the Steel Garrote to terrorize my people, to sow distrust and fear. I suggest you tighten your Inquisitor's leash, or the embassy might not carry your banners for long. Okay. Yeah, well, that's not surprising. Okay, here's the origin of the Adir Empire. In approximately 2200 AI, a group of tribes called the People of the Deer unified into a new civilization called the Adir Kingdom. Did I read this somewhere else? Tribes. This sounds familiar. Each advisor... Oh, here, maybe not. The leader of each tribe became advisors to the king, chosen by the group. Each advisor would still be lord over his people, but each lord would answer to the Fair Koning, or first king. This decision was exactly what was needed, and the Adiran kingdom thrived, spreading across the land and establishing strong trade routes. The Adirans became known as fair but shrewd businessmen. While the country thrived, and internally there was little strife, there were still the occasional skirmishes with the neighboring elven kingdom of Kulklin. Not long after the kingdom was formed, the Adiran people began studying animancy. Still largely unknown at that time, animancy was an exciting, terrifying new realm in which Adiran scholars saw great potential. This potential came to bear fruit in 2260 AI, when a group of animancers working together transferred the soul of a recently departed man into another body, creating the first of what would later come to be known as the undead. The reaction to this discovery was swift and decisive. Both the King of Adir and the Church of Wodica condemned this event, and the study or practice of animancy was outlawed. It would never again be practiced openly on Adiran soil. I guess I read some of this in reading about the history of animancy. Conflicts with Kulklin continued, escalating into a minor war in 2398 AI. Afterward, a treaty was signed, and the Kingdom of Adir merged with Kulklin to form the Adir Empire. With the political and military strife now settled, the Adir Empire would become an economic powerhouse, able to acquire and generate resources that were difficult to obtain in other parts of the world. The empire's trade routes became some of the most lucrative in the world. So I wonder if Adir... were they men? I want to say at the beginning of the game, I only had the choice between humans... were they humans? And elves. And I guess this history is why. If that's most of the extent of the Empire. Hello, ma'am. Oh, here's part 2. In 2602, Adiran explorers returned from over the ocean, telling tales of the ruins and treasures there, and of expansive fields that were perfect for growing vorlas. The explorers warned the Fair Koning that the locals were not friendly to outsiders, but the Fair Koning, seeing this as an opportunity to extend his empire and secure trade on another continent, sent more explorers. Over the next 20 years, the area that would become the Deerwood was investigated, mapped, and colonized. In 2623, the first permanent Adiran colonial settlements were established. Vorless fields were set up north of the forests in the Deerwood, but between the conflicts with the Glonfathans and the War of the Broken Stone, it floundered. It wasn't until 2643 that the opportunity presented itself again. Some Eoths... I have so much trouble with this one. Eothosian? I don't know. Pilgrims wanting to escape persecution established colonies and Vorless farming operations in the territory of Riadsaras. With Grand Valia on the verge of collapse, the Fair Koning, wanted to ensure his hold on the purple dye trade would be established. He encouraged the settlement and even paid to have the pilgrims set up in the New World. Because the Fairconing was still trying to secure his name in the purple dye trade, he was unable to properly respond to Admeth Hadret when he issued his ultimatum. To avoid a rebellion and leave himself time to oversee the Vorlus farms in Red Ceres, the Fairconing relented and made Admeth a Gref Palatine. In return for this concession, Admeth spent time and resources on the Deerwood's trade and shipping routes, benefiting the Fairconing with increased income. For 7 years, I wonder why I'm being told this history, right? It seems like it parallels what might happen in the Living Lands, right? For 7 years, the Deerwood provided Adir with a steady income, leaving the Fairconing time to ensure his trade system in Red Ceres was strong. With the Fairconing's attention elsewhere, Admeth instituted the 10 Years' Treaties, ending slavery in the Deerwood and permanently removing one of the revenue sources provided by the Deerwooden explorers, the artifacts from the ruins scattered throughout the Deerwood. At this point, the Fairconing's word meant almost nothing to the citizens of the Deerwood. Admeth Hadret had replaced him as their true leader. In order to undermine Admeth's standing, the Fairconing found allies willing to explore the ruins against the treaty conditions and plunder them. Soon, Adir again had a supply of artifacts to sell. When his agents were eventually caught, the Fairconing distanced himself from the operation, certain there was no way to link him to the proceedings. But the Gref, using means provided to him by his Glanfathan allies, discovered the evidence needed to prove the Fairconing was behind the plunderers. The conflict that arose from this revelation led to Admeth declaring independence for the Deerwood in 2668 AI. After a bloody 4-year-long war that resulted in the death of Admeth, the Fairconing relented. Trying to keep control of the Deerwood had become too costly. He signed treaties with the new Duke of the Deerwood and returned his attention to Red Ceres, redoubling efforts on the Vorlus trade, which is still running today. Huh. Okay. Ooh. Tane's diary. Dear diary, here I am in the Living Lands. This island might not be the safest vacation spot, but it's certainly the most colorful. Also the most flavorful, according to these mushrooms. And mushrooms seldom lie. Before I forget, I promised Bakarna I'd bring back a souvenir. There's rumor of a fallen star in Emerald Stair. Could be a nice addition to her collection. A message is scribbled on the inside cover. If found, please return to Tane the Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Orb. If found. I did find it. Right? Isn't that why I'm looking for a forge? Tane the Archmage. Okay. Stilgar wrote report. We found this book on a public bench. After careful study, our scribe confirmed the handwriting matches the signature found on scrolls of Tane's Chaotic Orb. Be advised that Tane is in the Living Lands. As a member of the Circle of Archmagi, he has a license to go where he pleases. We will observe him at a distance, but no one is to engage him. Tane is either a harmless fool or one of the most dangerous people alive. We simply can't take that chance. Oh, well, there's someone I'm excited to meet. Excellent. All right, we spoke with Teague for a long time.
Envoy, is it really you?
It is really me, sir. Hold on, I'm just going to awkwardly read your correspondence before I talk to you. Claviger Amond, I know the blighting of the Strangleroot is a cause for concern, but I must strongly discourage any trade deal that involves buying additional crops from Fiorme Averno. We cannot endorse the blasphemous trade of animancy, much less welcome it to our dinner tables. I think a difficult leg to stand on if your people are starving. Oh! Adiran dialects. The sun does not set on the Adiran language. Those of us who commune with this proud language, or some derivation of it, populate every corner of Eora. Most of us who speak this wonderful tongue know it as Adiran, but scholars and those obsessed with correctness often qualify it as modern or contemporary Adiran. This is to contrast the language you and I speak today with Eld Adiran, the old Elven language that was spoken in the Adiran Empire back before the pioneer settlers of the Deerwood built their longships. Maybe we're mostly Elven. If Eld Adiran could be considered the mother of the living Adiran, The language of Hillspeak could be seen as Adiran's cousin. Hillspeak is fading from common use, but many of the elves, especially the older ones in the Adiran heartland, still use this dialect. Whether you know it or not, if you can read these words, you can understand Hillspeak. It is almost identical to Adiran, but includes a large vocabulary of archaic words that have fallen out of use in today's Adiran. When you hear bards sing Old Adiran poems, there are often lines of chorus that sound like melodic nonsense inserted to complete rhymes. These are usually instances of words that are lost from our common language, but still used in Hillspeak. While Hillspeak is familiar to speakers of so-called modern Adiran, the same cannot be said of our language's predecessor. Eldadiran is a dead language spoken by academics, but not used in any major community. Eldadiran words are often familiar to Adiran readers, but the words use orthography that has since been abandoned. Unfamiliar accent marks abound. For example, Eldadiran contains some diphthongs that have no place in the modern Adiran, as well as a few tricky consonant clusters. EA creates an "aa" sound that sounds like the colloquial salutation "heya, aya, heya." EO sounds like AO. This sound is still used in the modern word Eora. EY, as in, I don't know. Oh, wraith, as in wraith. AE, wraith. Yeah, wraith. UE and U, or oo probably, both create long oo, yeah, as in loop. Oo. Y sounds like an E as in B. GJ sounds like the consonant Y. Oh, as in U. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. SC sounds like you'd pronounce... Oh, shop. SC is just an SH. CG is hedge. J. So J. Doesn't need the E. It is not uncommon for given names of Adirans, Deerwoodens, and Red Sarens to come from... Oh, sorry, that was a comma. It is not uncommon for given names of Adirans, Deerwoodens, and Red Sarens to come from Eldadiran. So, Aldween, Durnish, Yester. This is fun if you like naming your characters with lore-friendly names. Sledge. I'm never going to remember all of this. Thiersch. Wow, that's a weird one. Thiersch. Because SC is SH. Ushgrim. Ingmar. Fun. There's so much emphasis on language, which I am enjoying. Oh, here we go. Letter to the Inquisitor. Inquisitor. I have been in Emerald Stair long enough to confirm our worst suspicions. The people of Fier May Averno care not for the laws of mortals or gods. Animancy and folk magic are peddled in defiance of Wodica. Their crimes are innumerable, their way of life intolerable. All is not lost. Politically, they are unstable, too focused on themselves to notice our eager hands tightening the garrote. We await your order, your friend in the forest. I'm not a fan of the steel garrote, to be honest. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to awkwardly stand behind him and read his journal. I must admit, it is proving impossible to build diplomatic relations. The locals have a natural distrust of outsiders, and we have nothing they want. Inquisitor Ludwin believes that time and pressure will prevail. Would that I shared her confidence. Ludwin... Ugh, under her gaze I feel scrutinized down to the bone, picked apart like carrion, and stared through by a pair of cold, motionless eyes that have glimpsed too far beyond the veil, reducing me to some depraved pilgrim who prays only for her ossified claws to work their way under my skin, liberating me from this pathetic envelope until at last we are bound together as a skeletal pair, limbs intertwined, not as two beings, but as one. Oh, that paragraph took a turn that I was not expecting. Oh, man. Is that her gaze? Yeah, wow. There is no shame in being attracted to power. Is there no shame in being attracted to power? Nevertheless, I must keep such feelings to myself, lest they be met with revulsion, or worse, enthusiasm. So no, he means he feels that's not ideal. It's not ideal, sir. That is not ideal.
I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel?
Oh, I mean, pretty peachy. I mean, ready to get to work.
Your fealty to our homeland conquers death itself. What an inspiration. But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. Did the Emperor send you with anything for me? Your writ of commission, perhaps?
Oh, I do have the missive. Oh, I don't think I need the commentary. Let's just give it to him. Here you go, buddy.
Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation.
I don't feel the need to bribe him yet. Yeah, let's go with this last one. The Emperor sent me to investigate the Dream Scourge.
And I can't think of anyone more suited for the job. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles.
You're referring to how I healed the Adra in the Strangle Root.
Well, not to mention your abrupt and untimely death.
Yeah, that too.
This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities.
Yeah, I mean, it may already be here. Yeah, I would like to frown thoughtfully and say, assuming it's not already here.
Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire.
I doubt that. See, do I assume that these are the people responsible for my death? I do not assume that. There's too much in the way of politics going on. I mean, they may have done it. They're being set up to have done it. But that would be really... I don't know. And you're not.
At least rebels know the meaning of negotiation and compromise. But a plague kills indiscriminately. Though, even I must admit, the rebels have gone too far. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
Maybe. Yeah, why go after me? I mean, okay, I guess I can answer that. If they did it, I mean, if they're just trying to do a little bit of sowing of chaos, then trying to murder the envoy makes sense. It just seems too pat, right? I feel no need to insult him. let's ask this. They seem to have it out for us specifically. That's true. That's true. I've spoken to them. Do you know why?
Something about a labor dispute gone wrong, I think. The Steel Garrote got involved, and it turned quite ugly.
A lot of disputes arise because people here have a strong aversion to being told what to do.
I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the living lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwine demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisian rebels must face justice.
Yeah, I'm not interested in letting Inquisitor Ludwine hang people for my assassination. And I also agree that the Dream Scourge is my top priority. But yeah, I will be the one to decide punishment.
The choice is yours, as will be the consequences. All I ask is that you use your best judgment.
I will.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know.
This is true.
I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise.
All right. I like how many responses I can give to this, but I think a local expert is a fantastic idea.
Marius is from the Tusks, about the harshest and remotest place the gods ever created, even by the standards of the living lands.
Trickery, lies. The gods did not build this place.
Let's just say
Wait,
no
what?
one survives out there without picking up a few skills, the kind we'll need if we're going to find hidden assassins. Especially if they're from the streets of Paradise.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. Oh, before you go, we received a report from Liviana about your condition. Apparently, you're in fine shape.
Yes, thank you.
Once your killer has been dealt with, you can come and go as you please. Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it.
Sorry, I just want to... He said... Marius is from the Tusks, about the harshest and remotest place the gods ever created. Yeah. Man, she got mad about that. Okay. Yes, the assassin is out there. Also, I come and go where I please right now, sir. I don't feel like I need to say this to Kai. Of course he's coming with me. Yeah, let's wink at him. I always do.
Oh, I wish I could see the killer's face when they realize the hunter has become the hunted. We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return.
Oh.
Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Ballarrock? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
Agreed. Agreed. He just gave me a pile of cash. I'll take it, sir. Well, it's evening. He might be over there right now. Let's go see if we can find him. Ooh, how have I walked past this? Town crier working late. I was just thinking about whether I had checked the vendors. I think I did. Back into the Grinning Ballarrock.
So, you're the one they all crow about, eh? Best hunter.
Oh!
Ha!
Oh, dang it.
The mighty Marius, deep in his cups, ready to take on the deadliest prey. providing they're asleep at the time.
Right. Take another sip of Makul. Rude not to finish a drink someone bought for you.
No wonder you're hiding behind a mug. You're too worried about being polite to survive out there.
The dwarf there is Marius. Best tracker I know.
Yeah, interesting. Let's see how this plays out.
I heard you're from Solace Keep. How great a survivor could you be, hiding behind stone walls all your life?
You don't know anything about me, you Adiran Nimdut.
Nimdut.
So maybe go back and take another blessed day sip.
But here you are. Tell me, how does one get kicked out of a place that never lets anyone leave?
Dukte Dragu Sakasapt Jitule. You want to talk so much, I'll cut you a second mouth across your throat.
Okay, hold on. I don't speak Dwarvish. What is happening? Okay, love this. Nimdut. A term for an idiot. Bleste, a Lembur expletive meaning damned. Duke de Dragu, a vulgar Lember phrase used in Solace to angrily dismiss someone or tell them to go away. Sokka, what it sounds like. Jatul, a Lember curse used in anger similar to bastard. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think your friend looks like he has this well under control.
I think this is about to get interesting.
Yeah.
I knew you were blessed in Nimdut the moment I saw you coming. Thought maybe I'd teach you a lesson. So I paid the bartender a few gold to drop a tiny bit of Widow's Kiss into a cup and serve your drink in it. Cramps should be starting in a few minutes, so, if you want to fight, we should go ahead and get started.
Widow's Kiss is a powerful venom, but it's only deadly if it's injected. Yes, I've read that already.
You know your stuff, but I doubt they do.
Envoy, you see? Will you stand by and allow this maniac to poison a fellow subject of the Emperor?
Of course I will. Yeah, you'll survive, as long as you run away. Now.
Oh, I can feel it. Gods, you.
Oh, that is quick. You better get to a healer before the poison spreads to your brain.
You wait, Marius. I'll be back. Hopefully.
Amazing. Bye, Melee.
Well, that was something.
Marius, this is the infamous Adiran envoy. Envoy Marius.
Well, any friend of Kai's is definitely a person.
I mean, it's obviously obvious what just happened. Yeah, how do you and Kai know each other?
We were both crossing the same patch of forest at the same time a couple years ago. There were some boars in heat I may have helped him with.
Oh.
They were squirrels, and I had them well under control. If I'm not mistaken, you're looking for someone to help find the people who killed you.
I'm observant. Yeah, exactly. How do you know how we could find them?
I need to see the
Or
scene
do
of
you
the
know?
crime, over by the town gates. I promise there's something left there we can use to track them.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think they've cleaned it. This is tough because I've already found that spot. I do already know that the killer is from Paradise.
Then they wouldn't need much of a reason to go after an Adiran official. Plenty of stale water there.
Yeah.
Still, it's dangerous to make assumptions based on stereotypes. We need more of a trail to go on.
Okay.
We'll figure this out, Amakul.
Amakul.
Don't you worry.
Oh! Oh, cool. Known as the best hunter and wilderness guide in the living lands, Marius has lived all over, but there's no place he truly calls home. Marius uses ancient Pargrunan stealth and survival techniques to gain the advantage over his foes, trapping them in gripping vines or disappearing from sight to ambush them with a silent attack. His senses are attuned to detect threats and objects scattered across the living lands. He uses his wilderness lore to root an enemy, and he can scan for enemies, loot, and plants. Oh, neat. And he also wants to have a conversation with me.
I don't like how those militia folks look at you.
Yeah, well, that's the truth. Okay. I guess I want to go ahead and do a bit of investigation. And then I'm sure it'll be time for a trip back to camp, because I need to get to know more about Marius. Okay, back to the front gate. I think is over here. This is a little tricky because I definitely found the site where they shot me from. Right, I've already come across that. And I have been over here. It'll be interesting. Maybe that's what he's going to see, is just look at the vantage points. It's here.
Right here.
Yes.
This is where the envoy fell.
If it were me, I'd take the shot from up there above the embassy.
Yes.
Let's see if we can get up there.
I was afraid of that. Yes, I have been there.
Smell that salty air. Home.
Question is, do I remember how I got up there? Because I've definitely done it. Oh, here we go. What was that? Oh, probably just this crate. Okay. This way. Up this way. Oh! Wow, did I walk past this before?
Over here. Look.
Envoy, I've got something.
Do you? This flask is empty, but it reeks of swamp water and rancid berries.
Smells familiar, but I can't place it. Whatever it is, it's not used for game hunting or keeping beasts out of your garden. You already met the apothecary. I'd suggest we pay him another visit.
Okay.
Seems like a good place to start.
Yeah, I mean the assassin was ready for me. I wonder what that tells us.
It tells us they were hunting you. Whoever did this takes pride in their work. They made sure this stuff would kill you. Go back to the market and up the stairs to the east. You'll see a large building with a big window on top.
The Mermaid's Den. Nice place. We should say hello to Juliana while we're there.
The apothecary is in the back alley. Any luck? We can track down who made this poison. Find your killers.
Oh, okay. I was thinking the guy who wanted the Audra, but this is the guy in the back alley who we can buy supplies from. Okay. I think we can just go this way, right?
With any luck, your assassin will be as bad at hiding their tracks as they were at making sure you stay dead.
Yeah, agreed. What is the easiest way? Oh, here we go. Okay, to the apothecary. Whoa, whoa, little glidey. I love that my character just does not corner well. Did you see that? How have I missed so many of these plants? I'll take it. Maybe they're just easier to see at night? I suppose it's possible stuff is respawning. I'll bet I just missed stuff, though. There he is, still performing. All hours, that one. Okay, up past the mermaid's den. And around the back corner, if I recall. Yeah, I think up one more. Right? Yeah.
Please, this is all I have.
Oh.
All you have is not...
Shoot.
Aren't you the outlander who died in the streets? How are you... Gah, it doesn't matter.
You've got to help. He's gonna hurt me again.
Again?
Everyone take a deep breath. No one is hurting anyone else today. Right?
You seem to like beating up on little guys. Want to take a run at me?
Listen to me, dead woman. What happens here does not concern you. Walk away.
Yeah, what's going on here?
He's been shaking me down for half my earnings, but now I can't afford to feed my family.
Take it easy. He's gonna walk away and leave you in peace, right?
Unless you want another arrow in your guts, turn around and leave us to our business.
Do you really expect that threat to work on someone who died and then came back? Yeah, tell me what you know about the rebels, and I'll let you go.
Fuck off.
I
I'm
knew
not
he would say
intimidated
that.
by an imperial lapdog who dropped like a sack of rocks the second she set foot in the city.
And
This
then
is getting
came back.
tiresome. I wasn't really gonna hurt the apothecary, but I'm really, really gonna hurt you.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's bad luck to kill a godlike.
Last person I know who did it died with her boots full of Sokka.
Well, I heard the godlike have gold in their bellies. We can't both be right, so let's see who's wrong.
Really?
Stand still, Outlander. This is gonna hurt.
I can't believe I didn't manage to talk my way out of that one.
Get him, boy!
Seriously? Oh! Where is he? There he is. Oh, and another one. How many of these guys were there? Sir.
There you are, swine. This time...
Oh! Really?
Oh, you see that?
Why do I have to fight him? Okay.
Then! Worse than rough!
Let me get this one. Let's freeze him.
Worse than rough!
And then electrocute him. And then switch back to shooting him. Correct, sir. Yeah, you don't like that, do you? Two can play at that game, my friend. Nope.
I can't believe they're dead. It's over.
I can't believe they made me fight them. Local punks. You know, Thala, I expected so much more out of you, sir. I feel bad. Maybe I could have talked my way out of that. Ugh, dead bodies everywhere. Not the effect I want to have on this town. Well, at least they won't bother this guy again.
Envoy, thank you for dealing with those miscreants. There's a plague on these streets, and they are a symptom.
A gang of bullies shaking down honest folk seems more like the cause to me.
Yeah.
It's no more dangerous here than anywhere else. It's just that monsters here have knives instead of fangs.
You even killed Thala, the biggest, baddest of them all. The Sparrowhawks are gonna come after you.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Wonderful. I've made another enemy.
Sorry. Didn't mean to cause you any trouble.
No, it's not your
You don't
fault.
have to come to my defense. No one sticks their neck out for anyone in these parts.
Oh, well, no, that I will do. I think... Ooh, I don't want to make that declaration. Yeah, how did you find yourself in that predicament anyway?
It's not easy running a business in Paradise. But it can be profitable if you invest in some protection.
Oh.
That gang was not my wisest investment.
Oh, buddy.
This is why you always ask for references.
You would need protection if you'd stop doing things that make people want to kill you.
What'll it be today, Envoy? I know you didn't come for herbal remedies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what makes you say that?
You'll think I'm crazy, but adherents don't respond well to my cures. Lots of rashes and upset stomachs. Maybe one of the local herbs disagrees with your diet. Who can say?
Right. My friend Marius here thinks you've been dealing in illegal substances.
I thought you were supposed to be healing people, not getting them killed.
My poisons help control the sea rat population. There's nothing illegal about that.
This was no rat poison, Nimdude. This was the kith-killing kind.
Wait, I recognize that from my wares. It's oil distilled from Saint Ettore, a berry native to the Living Lands.
Saint Ettore. Shall I tell him? Yeah, that must have been some berry. It killed me on the spot.
Hey, look, the Living Lands is a dangerous place. All right, take a nap in the forest and you'll wake up dead more often than not.
Not if you know better than to take a nap in the blessed A forest.
Yeah, right.
Walking through the streets of Paradise is supposed to be a safer proposition. Yet, our friend took an arrow that was coated in this stuff.
And before you ask, I can't tell you who bought the poison. If word got around that I was ratting my clients out to the adherents, it'd be the end of me.
I mean, this is logical. If your clients are killers, your reputation will be the least of your worries. But I did also just risk my life for him. That squares us up, though. I wonder if I'll need him in the future. Let's go with if your clients are killers, your reputation will be the least of your worries.
Damned if I do and damned if I don't, then. The truth is, I never saw the customer's face. They wore a hood. A monk's cowl, I believe. But I can tell you that Saint Ettore is used in religious rituals. Prophets and seers will do anything to leave their bodies.
Religious rituals. All right. Anything else? You won't like it if I discover that you were holding out on me.
I have nothing to hide. Not anymore.
All right.
Just talking to you has put me at odds with Paradise. I have no wish to be at odds with Adir as well.
If you want mystic types, you want to go visit the Temple of Andra.
Okay.
Probably the only reason you'd want to go there.
On the other hand, Claviger Amond was cozy with plenty of mystics and oddballs. We could check out his estate for clues.
Go past the Hightown Gate to the north, then follow the road eastward until you reach the statue of Andra.
Before I go, what can you tell me about these rebels?
Look, most Paradisans don't like the adherents.
Sure.
We've been here for generations and we knew how to handle our own. Adir changed that, and not for the better. Some of us have been more wronged by Adir than others. Well, wronged by the Steel Garrote.
Yeah.
They're a minority of Paradisans, but they're willing to kill to strike back at Adir, even at an Imperial envoy.
Careful where you say that. The last thing Paradis needs is a Diran panic.
I hope that I've been able to assist you in some small way. Good luck in your investigation, envoy.
So we're going to the temple to find a mystic to ask about the poison. Not what I imagined my day would be like.
Right. I kind of want to look around the Claviger's estate, though. Do I get to do both of these, like the last one?
My potions are brewed with local ingredients. Feel free to take a look.
That's hilarious that it hasn't changed. Oh, what he says. While I'm here. All right. I guess it'll probably let me do both. Wait a second. Am I gonna have to fight my way through more of these guys?
I don't think we're gonna be welcome here for long. All those sparrowhawks will be sniffing around here any minute.
Yeah. Should we fight our way through them, or maybe just go up and around? I mean, it seems pointless to murder all these fools. Oh, I'm gonna have to, I think. Maybe not. Is there another way through this? No. No, I don't think I can reach the roof to go up and around. Well, I guess I could go this way. Can I get across? No. Herm. It seems silly if it really makes me, like, murder all these fools. Right? The entire gang?
You take lead.
I can go that way. Oh. Don't mind if I do. Oh, I thought it would let me up on that thing. Oh, all right. Yeah, I am totally gonna have to fight all these guys. All right, fine.
Hold it, you!
Yeah. Are they behind me as well? Probably.
Worse than rough!
I'm gonna have a heck of a reputation in this town, seriously.
Seek!
Okay, that gets rid of you. Oh, there's two of them.
Ooh, then!
I don't think I can even get him with that from here. Okay. There's more of them coming, aren't there?
That's all of them.
I think that's only all of them for a moment. Oh, goodness. Okay, if we're gonna have to fight our way all the way through town, which is ridiculous, let's eat something. What do I want? Intellect and resolve. That might be nice. Sure. We'll eat some trout pie. Delicious. And then I think I just need to let that regen. Oh, wait. I think I need more essence still. Let's just do this.
Hey, hold it!
Who? Who just said that? Wait, Marius. Where are you, buddy? His health is low. Where is he? Where is he? And why is he dying? Sir? Oh, I see. It's automatically assigned some of his other skills. Why can I not find this man? Marius. You're near death, and I don't know why.
Be right with you.
Where... Will you be... Where are you, sir?
You chicken!
He must have come up here and gotten in a fight.
Ulu, then!
Someone there! Run!
You think you can just take out our leader?
I do think I can just take out your leader, sir. I have been very effective at that. I love my gun, but the cooldown time on it is just inconvenient compared to my...
Worse than rough!
There are a lot of these guys, aren't there? Let's go over here.
From your right!
Be your sake!
Look left.
Yeah, I can see him.
Worse than rough!
Here's that guy. That'll finish him. Who else we got? Oh, there's Marius. You doing okay over here, buddy?
Worse than rough!
Yeah, it's never fun to be on fire, is it? This guy.
You think you can just take out our leader?
Oh my goodness.
Worse than rough! Be your sake!
Who else we got?
That's one for us.
That's like the whole town, Kai. Seriously. This, got a bit out of hand, I think. On the up, if they've been giving all the other locals a bad time, maybe this is going to make me very popular. So many lockpicks. Take that. Oh my goodness. Ooh, materials. Okay. Does anyone else have a problem up here? My goodness gracious. I can't even remember. Oh, I'm trying to go up to the temple. Is that this way? I need to be on the main road. Oh, I'm lost. Why do I feel lost? Oh, right. Because I actually need to be in the other part of town. Can you get through here? Can I talk to this person about what just happened?
Sorry, Envoy. No heroes discount.
Nope. That's funny. I guess maybe I need to go the other way. Thank you, ma'am. Isn't the Claviger's estate down here, though? Or was that up also? I guess everything is up in Hightown. Okay, just kidding. We'll go this way. I think that door, is it on the main square? Oh, maybe I can get up the stairs and get that way. Yeah, here we go. Oh. So many plants. Sir. Okay. Oh, right. I still need to spend some points.
Claviger Aemond allowed these interlopers onto our streets. And where did it get him? Slain! Murdered! We must stand against tyranny!
The Adherents never should have come here.
Still getting each other riled up. Okay. To the temple first? Or to the estate first? could go through the alley. Hello, sir. Oh, this is still that alley. Well, I think I can just jump the wall, right? Yeah, here we go. All right. The trick with this is that I couldn't figure out a way into this place before. Oh, there's my buff. That's causing my essence, right, to go up? Is it just essence, or is it also health? I think it's just essence. Although, I do this, then I can heal myself. Oh, look at the petals. I hadn't noticed that before. And then as long as they keep up with me, my essence should still increase. Maybe the guards are going to let me in this time. Oh! Wait, what has happened here? Guys, this was properly guarded the last time.
They've looted the place.
Who is speaking? Oh, Butler. Yeah, what's going... No.
Really? Looting the Clavige's house? And the Eterans do nothing to help.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Well, that didn't take long.
Agreed. What in the world? Am I supposed to believe this is just the locals? We're probably covering up evidence of something. Oh, can I climb this? Nope. There'll be another way up there, I have no doubt. Unless that's the way I'm supposed to go in. No, I don't think so. Is the door locked? It's open. I want to see what's back here. Oh, I'll take it. Is this Wodica with the veil? Ah, excellent. Don't think I'm gonna be able to get up that way. Anything in the fountain? No. This is blocked. Okay, in through the front door, I guess. Nothing in there. Oh! Right.
Envoy.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Nice.
No, sir. Also this guy. Oh man, he can leap for a long distance. Okay, that's him taken care of. Where are my companions? I want to see... I don't usually try to use their abilities, and I don't know... Oh, Hunter's Sense. It looks like everything's on cooldown anyway. Huh.
Then.
Can't really see. Oh, rude. Is that all of them? Yes.
Glad that's over.
Alright, bandits were still looting the house. Let's see if there's evidence that they were hired by someone. I don't... Let's see. Ooh! I'll take it. What? They vandalized it? That's weird, right? Well, let's check downstairs first, I guess. Ooh, potions. Potions, I'll take it. I don't see anything suspicious in the kitchen.
Once I got drunk and lost back here looking for the chamber pot. Aiming through the best parties.
That's funny. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, perfect. Adir has kindly offered to set up an embassy in Paradise. By kindly, I mean they landed on our shores without notice, and by offered, I mean their soldiers occupied a building in town, keeping an eye on these developments. Don't see anything else back here. This would be a good place for a sneaky wall, but I don't see anything. Likewise, I don't see anything like in the bookshelves. Okay. Go up to the right first. Look at the paintings. Okay. The Saints' War? There is much debate with historians as to when the Saints' War really began. It is widely accepted that the event that instigated it was the sanctuary flight of Red Saren citizens to the Dyrwood. This led to direct strife between the two nations that escalated into battle, the Saints' War. But it is the author's opinion that the war truly started many years before. After the miracle of the Verdant Vorlus, as it became known, Waidwen quickly gathered followers drawn to the stories of Aethos's miraculous prophet. His power grew. Eventually, Waidwen had gained enough support that he confronted the imperial governor. Oh, right, I've read some of this history before. Assisted by a collection of knights and nobles who had been swayed to his cause, he marched on the capital city. The governor was allowed to live, but was forced to abdicate power and leave the colony. This was not from any understanding or easy acquiescence from the governor, but because of what happened when Waidwen entered the governor's palace. As Waidwen approached the governor, according to accounts, his body turned into something that was no longer human. His flesh became luminescent, and his head transformed into pure, blinding light. Other accounts suggest that Waidwen had become a being of light at an earlier time, when he was whipped in the public square. The outcome of his visit to the palace, however, is uncontested. The governor, knowing there was no way he could oppose an avatar of Aethos, relinquished his power. The people then asked Waidwen to lead the colony. He accepted, earning him the name Divine King of Red Saris. Waidwen's rule was virtually uncontested. Initially, this was because everyone was awed that a god had chosen to manifest himself and lead his people. This changed as Waidwen began punishing the allies of the old empire and the poison on the world, what he considered corrupt churches or church leaders of Aethys. Scrutiny escalated, and soon worshippers of Aethys were also being punished for mere perceptions of heresy. Members of other religions were also added to the list of the persecuted for following different faiths. This caused large segments of the population to flee Red Saris for the Dyrwood, begging for sanctuary. This caused strife between the two nations. The people of the Dyrwood knew that they could not sustain explosive population growth if Waidwen's rule was to continue unchecked. They also feared that his eye would turn from Red Saris and land on them next if nothing was done. This was exactly what ultimately happened. An open war broke out as Waidwen moved to spread his dominion over the lands of Deerwood. Okay. The Miracle of Verdant Vorlos. The Saints War Part 2. Waidwen personally led many of the battles during the war, exhibiting extraordinary supernatural powers. He seemed virtually untouchable on the battlefield, able to burn or even disintegrate his enemies with beams of blinding white light. With a god on his side, and possibly, as some said, inhabiting him, he was thought to be indestructible. It appeared that he may have been, until the Battle of Halgot's Citadel. The people of the Deerwood knew that they would lose the war if they could not at least slow Waidwen down. Engineers, priests of Magron, and a few others, working in secret, some say with Magron's direct help, developed a weapon they hoped would be able to stop a god. 12 feet in diameter and filled with a variety of chemical and magical explosives, the bomb was rolled under Evendur Bridge. Part of the foundation was excavated in order to allow them to embed the bomb in the bridge itself, ensuring its total concealment. I've already read a different telling of this, right? And because Sargemus talked about how sad it would have been to be Waidwen, right? To be set up and as a martyr. Oh, more of Claviger's journal. Perfect. Ambassador Hilgard promises that all he wants is a diplomatic relationship with the Living Lands. But Inquisitor Ludwin? She wants a gallows, public executions, and secret interrogations. I don't know what to make of our new guests. Some days I feel like a stranger in my own city.
I'm starting to see why Aemond was going gray all of a sudden.
Yeah. Oh. I have not found the key. Where is the key? There must be a key. What have I missed? Oh, I haven't been up this other side yet. Of course. Ah, here we go. Nope. Finally, into the tower. Oh! And who needs a key if I can just climb in through the window, right? Perfect. Armed and ready to defend the place, eh? What is going on here? I'm just leaking. Something at the top is leaking. This is literally a tapestry of a key. Key, this way.
If there's anything worth finding, it'll be in here.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, there's the key. It's glowing. What is this? Ooh, rice wine. Very nice. Glenfathan Customs. Glenfathan customs can seem primitive and unsophisticated to some, but all customs begin with a ritual or superstition, so why should theirs be considered less than any other? If they are examined closely, Glenfathan celebrations stem from a deep and rich culture and all tie in to their history in a significant way. The Festival of the Ancients takes place during spring dawn and is a time to celebrate the Glenfathans settling in Ir Glenfath. It is a simple 3-day ceremony that is mostly centered on feasts. These feasts are set up around the ruins scattered through Ir Glenfath. Wreaths made from tree branches and flowers are placed at the ruins, and prayers are said to the gods, thanking them for health and prosperity. The cleansing started as a protest, recreating the hardships wrought upon the Glenfathans by the Adiran colonists when they started settling the Deerwood. It has morphed over the years and is now used more as a game mixed with a teaching tool to inform young Glenfathans about the history of their people. The cleansing takes place on New Year and Mid-Year and now acts as a metaphor for real events instead of a recreation of the events themselves. Zorip effigies are placed throughout the forest, hollow clay shells filled with sweets and gifts. The children then search the woods for the effigies and destroy them, cleansing the forest so the Glanfathans can move in and occupy the areas. After the area has been cleared, they gather for a celebration and feast where the elders tell the young members the true story of their people's history. A combination of a day of remembrance and celebratory feast, the holiday of the Black Tree is held on the second day of autumn, falling when the trees are still colorful but losing their leaves and the land is becoming cold and dark. Glanfathans use the day to tell the story of the War of the Black Trees and remember those who were lost. During the morning, the adults hang elaborate garlands from the tree branches. The garlands are made from red, orange, and yellow flowers and represent the flames that swept through the forests of Ir Glanfath, destroying everything in their paths. After a morning of fasting and reflection, the children are set to run through the trees, tearing down the garlands and bringing them back to the feast, decorating the tables with wildflowers, turning the horror of war into something beautiful. Then they eat, cheering the peace they now have with the Deerwooden people and toast to many more years of peace to come. Also of note in Glanfathan culture is their abundance of traveling customs. Being a semi-nomadic people, they practice customs to ensure their safety while on the move. If you're taking a quick trip, purchase a gift for someone you are visiting and leave it at your home. If something important is left undone, such as giving a gift to a loved one, you will always return to finish the task. If you are taking a longer trip, leave remembrances of your trip, no matter how well you know the road. Drop some pebbles along the way or tie a ribbon to the tree branches. Mark your path away and you'll always have a safe and easy trip back. Evil spirits and dangerous creatures are everywhere in our world. If you decorate your cart with masks, they will scare away any danger that might otherwise approach. But you must decorate your cart anew every time, or the evil won't be fooled by your ruse. Okay. Let me see. Oh, good. More wine. Oh, what is this? Claviger's Journal secret page. Apparently, there is a growing rebellion in Paradise. Yes, I know. My own people defy the Adirans. They rally from the shadows and sharpen their blades in the name of independence. Good. I taught them well. I cannot openly support them, but I have my ways. Down a chain of clerks and agents, I have passed a key to our cistern. The door is in the Temple of Andra, a fitting sanctuary. May they use this hideout to their advantage. I will hold on to the spare. A time may come when I have to warn the resistance, or join them myself.
Well, there you have it.
So, Claviger Aemon not only knew about the rebels, he also gave them access to a hideout in the cistern.
I mean, you knew the Claviger. Did you have any idea about this?
None. I knew he was protective of Paradise, but I never would have dreamed he'd get in bed with organized rebels. Look, everyone who settles in the Living Lands comes from somewhere, but until recently, those settlers have been people, not nations.
Sure.
But when Adir built an embassy and filled it with dignitaries and troops, some started to worry that your laws and governors would follow.
Right, all of that. Don't forget why we're here. You hired me to hunt the rebels down, and now we know where they are. The cistern beneath the Temple of Andra. Good place for a hidden base. It sits just below the city, where the people and patrols will never look.
Yeah, something tells me these rebels won't go quietly.
Maybe we should bring reinforcements. I bet Heelguard would be happy to spare some of his guards, if we ask nicely.
They'd only slow us down. Besides, any fighting we do in the cistern will be close quarters.
On to the Temple of Andra, then. It's east of here, just across the canal, in the plaza with the big statue.
Right.
Right. After you.
That seems... I don't know. It just seems overly simple, right? I mean... A deer is trampling where they don't really belong. I dislike having... Well, maybe I'll have the opportunity still to talk my way out of it.
Cozy.
Indeed. Ooh. Oh, more from his journal. According to Heelguard, it's in our best interest to force the Animancers out of Paradise. Soul science offends the gods, and so forth. He promises security, stability, and law in exchange for this boon. When I visited the Animancers, I found them already packing equipment into wagons bound for Fiorme Averno. I wonder when they know what they know that I don't, these noble rats who flee a sinking ship. See anything else in here? I think this door is just back into the rest of the house, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go up the stairs. Ooh, I'll take it. White key cameo. What is this? Restore 50% of your maximum health when reviving a companion. Oh, that's nice. Against a scarlet backdrop, a key of purest marble has been placed, making this cameo a bold piece of jewelry. The red and white symbolize the intertwining of blood and bone, of body and soul, of wrath and peace. Wearing this amulet gives you a deeper sense of connection to the allies you fight alongside, and invigorates you whenever you pull one such individual back from the brink of death's door. Cool. Oh, that's just down. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, final entry. There's a foulness in the wind blowing past the strangle root. Heelguard wants to assemble a small party to investigate. I have no particular reason to doubt his motives, though it is strange how many of our party will be Adirans. Yeah. This is such a politically complicated situation. Which is why I don't like the idea that I'm just wandering into the rebel base, as it were. It just seems like I don't have enough information. I would really like to know what's going on this rooftop. Don't think I can get up there. Is there any way to get up there? I don't think so. I think maybe the roof is just leaking. Because there wasn't a way out up here, right? Nope. I don't see one. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we could go down the stairs and out the door. Oop, this way. Right. Okay. So, the question is, do we go deal with the cistern first, or do we have a night of rest first? I think we go deal with the cistern first. However, I am right at the end of my playtime for the day. So I think what I'll actually do is head in this direction. And then wait to actually go confront... Well, I say confront the rebels. I guess that's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm going after justice against this assassin. What I really want just is information, right? Okay. I think this is the perfect time to wrap up for the day. So, thank you so much for joining me. I will be back same time tomorrow. And we will head into the cistern and see what I find. See what I find with these rebels. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.